here's what we do. We go here and we look for a Nilfgaard lock. I believe. Rune Mage, one time. There we go. Okay. Hope has been restored, but he probably has a Purify. Thank goodness for Rune Mage. That was an unwinnable game, but we managed to pull it off from Rune Mage. Today we're going to be doing a viewer request, which is for Renfri Syndicate with the new cards. Now, I can't actually remember the last time I think I made a Renfri deck when she first came out, and the Blue Stripes Commandos replacement with Renfri's gang, you know what I'm talking about, where you just like make a ton of Renfri's gangs. Like when that was a new thing, I made a video on that because I thought that was pretty funny. But that's the only thing, I think that's the only Renfri deck we ever made. But you know what, guys? If you request stuff, we'll probably make it. So we're playing Renfri. We've got Off the Books. We're going to use Off the Books mainly for value, and just because it synergizes the best with the new cards. Usually Renfri you see a lot more in Bounty, just because the damage options from her ability work really well with the Bounty, and the control you get from it's pretty good. We're going to use this for value here. So we have the Renfri. We have the two Renfri's gangs. We're playing the Crystal Skull. We are playing Jacques Miracle Child and the King of Beggars, so we're going to be using some tribute cards. I think we want to get the value from our coins and such early on, and then just go round through the Renfri. It's probably our best situation here. So that's our plan. And then we have the King of Beggars. We mentioned that he's for our tributes. We have some tributes. We've got Jacques Miracle Child. We have the Shady Vendors, the Salamander Mage, and I threw in a fence, which we'll talk about when we get there. Sounds funny when you say threw in a fence, but the card fence, not like a physical fence, although that would be pretty funny. So then we have Casimir Bassi. He would be a lot better in this deck if his deploy was a tribute instead of a, you know how it is right now where deploy spends the coins. It would have been like a tribute X would be really nice because we could use the King of Beggars with it. But that's fine how it is. He just deploys, spends your coins, boosts self-filling over coins. When we reach 0 coins, we spawn explosives. This reach 0 coins is something we want to be doing for several abilities here. So as across we play the new card season here, I've had a lot of fun with this guy, and he gives a lot of flexibility because you get those explosives and they do damage when you need them to, and they're pretty good. If you're paying 1 for 2 damage, that's really nice. So just if you wait a turn, the explosives are good. If you wait 2 turns and they're free, they're really useful. And the explosives also let us manipulate our coins back down to 0 if we want a lot more easily than we would otherwise. Then we have the Rune Mage, just for playing Renfri, and Rune Mage is also really good for Shady Vendor, which is worth mentioning. Like, a lot of Renfri decks just play the Rune Mage for the Renfri, but it's actually worth it here because it helps out the Shady Vendor quite a lot as well. And I considered running Walter, just because it'd be pretty fun where you play a Bronze Syndicate card with Rune Mage in the deck. I thought about it, but opted not to. Maybe we could instead of the Knickers, but I think for consistency reasons we have to play the Knickers. But this is it would be pretty fun to do that. Like I mentioned, we got the Roach Knickers for consistency. We aren't playing the Triss draw card. Was it Butterflies? I think it's Butterflies. We're not playing Triss Butterflies, and we're not playing the Curse Scroll. So there's a chance we don't get our Renfri. We've got 2 thinning here, and then another one from the gang. So we should get her by round 3, and this is one of those decks where we don't need to play her early. Like a lot of decks won't play Renfri early to get the passive value. I think we wait to play Renfri till later in the game, and then just early on make use of the Off the Books. So as long as we get it right around 3, it should be fine. We have the Freak Show just for control and damage. He's really good. And then we have the Evelyn Gallo. So once we get to 0 coins at the end of our turn, she gives us 3. It's not bad to open with her and Crystal Skull because then she's hard to remove. You get 3 coins a turn, potentially if you're spending them. We don't have that many ways to spend all the coins, because most of our stuff is fee 2, but we can make use of it. And then we have the Renfri's gang. And then we were playing the Poison Packers. So we have 2 Mutated Hounds and 2 Fistic Traffickers. I wanted tall control, and normally what you do is you run more eels. But with the Rune Mage, Renfri, and the Casimir, and then the to consistency cards, I couldn't find space for the Memorials without... Well, I'd honestly probably cut the Casimir for the Memorials, but since the request was to use the new cards, we left the Casimir in. I think normally, though, I'd cut Casimir for the Memorials. They wouldn't need the fence, which we'll talk about in a little bit. I think that's what you do here. Then you have that tall removal, and then you can drop the Mutated Hounds if there's something else in. And potentially the Traffickers. But yeah, right now we have 2 Hounds and 2 Traffickers, just because we have no tall punish otherwise, other than these poisons. Then we have the Salamander Mage. This is one of our tribute cards. It's actually not bad. Like, Salamander Mage is good value if you get any of the Adrenalines off. Or just the tributes giving you coins is nice too. We got the 2 Shady Vendors, like I said, with Rune Mage makes them significantly better. And Bare Knuckle Brawler, oops, we skipped over him. Bare Knuckle Brawler is our 1-fee card. He's very interesting. Ideally, we go like open with Evelyn Gallo, Crystal Skull, get 3 coins, play Bare Knuckle Brawler, use a leader charge, kill whatever they played, and we get the coins back, and we are in control of round 1. And we get theoretically to the next turn. So I think Bare Knuckle Brawler is really good here. Fee 1's quite helpful because we want to get down to 0 coins for several of our cards. So he's useful, I think. And if Bare Knuckle Brawler is not answered and you are getting consistent coin generation, you can kind of take over. So we'll be trying him out here. We've got the Oxenford Guard. This guy's also one of the new ones. He's got the Fee 2, boosted Jason units by 1, so it's a 2 for 2 spending. Then if I reach coins to 0, boost them by 2 instead. Now that's where it gets really good value, right? If you're getting 4 for 2, that's really good. And hopefully we can get this off. Then the Fence. We mentioned Fence because right now we have 3 tributes from Jacques Miracle Child. And then we've got 4 from Salamander Mage. And either 6 or 8 from our 2 Shady Vendors. And that's just barely enough for King of Beggars. And I wanted to run 1 more tribute card just to make sure we could consistently get all of his value. So normally that'd be the Memorials, but like I mentioned, we're playing some stuff instead. So I threw in the Fence, because as far as the tribute cards that are low cost, it was either this or a second Salamander Mage. And I didn't really feel like the Salamander Mage was going to do us any favors here. And we had the 4 filter on. Right, so we look at the low provision ones. Like we have, these are all like fee 1s, or tribute 1s. This is not great. So, in this deck in particular. So it's either like the second Salamander Mage or we threw in a Fence. And we opted to throw in the Fence. We should have a lot of coins early on. And don't really see Fence get played a lot, so we'll be playing it in here. Then we've got the 2 Fistic Traffickers for the poisons and the 2 Eternal Fire Disciples. So pretty interesting deck, to be sure. I'm really curious how this is going to go. And yeah, let's go find out. Enslave Tactics. Everyone's favorite deck. Everyone's favorite deck. We really want tribute cards here. We don't have... We only got 1. Probably don't need 3 poisons because I don't think they run usually a Purify. We probably don't need 2 of these just because the armor keeps it alive pretty well. I'm curious. Well, at least we have the Rune Mage. So we can go Rune Mage Vendor. Okay. We can go for an Oxen for value here. I like that idea.
That one, he venerates not the fire.
He might seize this, and he might Coded Weapons it now. But I wouldn't actually mind drawing it. So lock the Oxenfurt Guard. It's not too bad. Let's go for a Vendor.
Best commodity in town, I swear it.
We have a Fire Sworn. This has to be the same row, right? Like it's not Crow's Rise Rhizome.
Yes, you. Have you made your offering?
I might have to click over it, but yeah, this has to be the same row.
I forgive you. This time.
Okay, so we're doing fine here. Let's drop one of these for the poison. He's probably passing here anyway. But this is probably our worst card. I don't want to drop this one because it gives us damage options. Alright, he's just like cycling cards at this point. Because otherwise you would never put the boost on this. So we want to bleed his cards out this round. Should be doable. We haven't gotten our Roach yet, so we just don't want to draw him or King of Beggars. Probably don't need two of you. Would like to find Renfri, but we have to get this out of our deck and this out of our deck. So I think we keep this, I guess. I think we keep it then. I think pressuring him here is the most important thing. I'm curious if he'll steal this if we play it. Let's play it with the 1 coin so it goes to 7 so we can't just immediately seize it. He probably will want to deal with it. We might get Vilgefortz. Oh, he's playing Vincent. That's interesting. You don't always see the Vincent. Let's play the Evelyn then. Now that we have the 0 coins, this is also going to get answered. At least it will give us 3 coins first. I'm going to fuel this tribute. And this has to be answered. And we're going into this next turn knowing this is dead. If this actually doesn't die, we will play the Brawler, but it's 100% going to be dead. Or on his field. Yep. Oh, he's giving us another one. I'm not sure that is actually very helpful. Let's go here.
What you say? Thought you'd never ask.
Let's go Open Sesame. You over profit by 1 here, but you don't want damage, and it actually has some kind of carryover. So it's not bad. And we have a huge Bare Knuckle Brawler turn if we need it. So you probably won't need it, but we will need to spend some coins as we get profits. And he doesn't have enough for this to make sense yet. So I think we'll go... And we also have Rune Mage. We've been kind of holding the Rune Mage and the Renfri's gang to keep some intel from him. That we're playing Renfri.
A person of trifling import, you say?
But I think now is as good a time as any to just start playing the Rune Mage. Then against Nilfgaard, I think we just go like monsters or something. I mean, monsters has a lot of synergies with Thrive, and we've got some decent values. Take the monsters. That's not bad. Let's take this with a 4 with a Thrive. He's gonna kill it. But none of them are great value. Oh, it's actually gonna live.
Boss doesn't like
Get the Renfri's gang out. As soon as he sees Rune Mage, he probably knows this anyway. We're going to keep bleeding him. Hopefully play something on the range row so we get value off of this. It's going to be hitting armor though, so it won't be that much value. Oh, there's the Torres. Well, let's see what he's going to take. This, and this. Okay, sure.
taking the easy road.
Is a tribute 4. It's nice that he finally played something taller than his guy with armor, so Brawler gets good value. Still want to bleed some stuff out of him. And ideally we'd get King of Beggars out of our deck, but I don't think it's going to happen. Well, we can play both of these and get him out of our deck. I think that might be worth it, just to have a more consistent chance of getting our Renfri. And we want to bleed him anyway, and that'll help us do it. He's going to take our leader. He does have a Freak Show, so that's actually good for him. We finally got value here, though, so we'll drop you. Get tribute. Get our value here. Get the coins back. The Salamander Mage actually is like a pretty decent card. There's the Vilga Forts. I mean, he knew he put that on top of our deck, so he knew he was giving that back to us. I think we play the Jacques here.
The time the sword and axe, the age of the woven storm is nigh.
So he has left in his hand Artud, which with leader on this, we could create this. It would do 10 damage and be 4. So we'd get 4, 4, and 10. That's 18. Plus he would trigger Artud's Simulate. That's 19. That does not get him there, unless I'm counting something wrong. The other card is... You should have to play both of these. We don't need to leader, I don't think. There's no assimilates out, which means that the Stefan's just a 12, and then the Artud is 4. It's 4 and 1, 10. Yeah, it should be 19. You should have to play both, and we'll be really happy with that.
Don't snap your spout at me. I'm not.
Now we have to get the Stefan out. Yeah, we're happy with that. We bled everything out of his hand. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Now we just need our Renfri and we should be set. There she is. And we've got coins, so we can just kill... Ooh, that's nice, though. He has not played Coup. This hand's probably what we want to keep. I like to draw this, but drawing this is bad. We just put that back. We put one back. Right, that's our second. Oh, except our guard's not bad either, though. Let's just keep this. I'm pretty sure what we want to do is just drop this guy. Just kill it. He's gonna coup this probably, but then we have the Disciple. I'd rather have him have this than Disciple.
What is truth if not an illusion?
Or he doesn't keep the coup. It's possible too. It's also possible he's not running it. I mean, that's just not going to be enough.
Yes, you have Have you made your offering?
They'll pay for my stolen birthright.
Let's take the stratagems, it'll be faster. He's gonna forfeit. GG. Another Syndicate player. Not off the books, it's us. Lined Pockets. I wonder if this is the Siri Nova one. I wonder if it is. Oh, interesting. It's open with open sesame. Fitting, I suppose. Very fitting. Just throw this down.
I should have taken the easy road.
He's like bare knuckle brawler, our bare knuckle brawler. Sure. I think we just poison it.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Poison range, so we can put the Oxenfurt guy there if we want to. Going all in on crimes. That's interesting. So the Herald Gord will actually be a threat this game then, most likely. I don't think I've seen this in a while. I mean, I guess it still could be Siri, but it probably isn't.
Hold now! We must negotiate.
We do want some of our own coins here, so I think we'll just do a leader and drop down the shady vendor. I don't really want to do damage to him. He's got armor. Let's just make a confession extractor. Really get the coin count up. Gives us reach on Freak Show. Gives us a lot of options. We don't have good Salamander Mage value right here, unless he plays melee again. Okay, there's a Junior. That's interesting. I think we do drop the Salamander Mage then. Do Mage, or we can go into Freak Show. Freak Show would kill these. Let's do Mage value though.
You fear me, I sense it, I smell it.
It goes up to 9. We over profit then. But I think he's... I don't know. This feels better, because I don't want him to, well, we get the King of Beggars ticking down with this. You know, Oxenfurt, he's just a 2 for 2 spend. But it could be worse than get the profit back. He only has the one Salamander, right? 'Cause this is a Crown Splitter, yeah. This guy's got Veil now. It's in a leader and then Oxenfurt again. Sure. If we play our Oxenfurt, he's gonna kill it. We need 14 to catch up. This is probably fine.
Do you think the situation is yes?
It's not ideal, but it'll be okay. The lined pockets is really nice for guard because you get the 1 coin instead of us getting 2. But I like having the tribute guys in here. He has to have another crime, right? He's just going to crime our Oxenfurt and then hit it with Junior? Like, that has to be what he's going to go for. Okay, I guess this is an option too. Now we do ours. Do we kill this off? I think we kill this off. Go really low on coins. But he doesn't have a spender, which should give us the round, I would think. And then if he does play something, we just do our last leader and then vendor ranged. I thought about playing this card too, the Thug. It's interesting. Definitely getting junior here. We do have the straight Renfri's gang tempo play, which is what we'll do here. Really helpful. Get that thinning done, get the tempo, puts us back ahead. I don't actually hate playing Jacques' Miracle Child round 1 here. It's obviously not ideal. And we'd obviously play Vendor first. I'm just talking about if we went down to 0 cards. Obviously we'd like not to. But if this is gored, it would be worth it. Okay, there's the Defender for him. Interesting. Interesting. Let's go with our... Oops, with the leader first. Leader, Vendor. Go for the big one.
Very well be the deal of a lifetime.
Then we'll go... We can give him a bounty. Bounty doesn't do much. We kill the Defender then. That might scare him. But again, we can't spend the profit coins anyway, so I think we do the Purge. Kill us off. Do we want to click this? I think we don't. We're just going to pass next turn. Hopefully this is gored. If this is gored, we wouldn't win anyway, and we want to bleed it. If it's not gored, just like a random crime, we wouldn't play this. It wouldn't be good value. So we hope this is a really good gold card he doesn't want to drop. Yeah, that's good. Very good. Got our win uneven. We draw Renfri, I think we go for a 2-0. Okay, let's put King of Beggars back. He's only got 1 refund left, right? Yeah. Hound isn't great by itself. I think we bleed with this. Yeah, let's do a bleed with this. This is definitely going to die, right? But it gets a token for the Oxenfurt eventually. I think it's worth killing that off.
That hurts.
It does have like engine value over time. And Evelyn, he doesn't have 0 points though. Let's play our Jacques. Let's not play the Jacques. Let's just do the bleed approach. We probably will end up playing the Jacques, but we're only going to use the Oxenfurt 1 time anyway, I think.
You have no chance.
Wow, if we actually pinged with this, he'd still be ahead. I think we bleed out the last card. He didn't want to play it in the other round, so it's probably worth getting rid of here. Needs 18. And this has to be a fee card. Yeah, if there's no fee card, we win. And if it wasn't a fee card, these coins aren't going to help him. GG. So we're going up against Movement Harmony. Bare Knuckle Brawler can kill Saskia. If he gets like a 4-round, we can just go 4 leader charges. Kill Saskia. I really want to do that. Evelyn would be amazing to draw here. 2 poisons. That's fine. Like, this hand's fine, but we want to draw Evelyn. Sure, we'll go with this. Wish we had a profit card to open with. I mean, we can just open Rune Mage, and then we'll make sure we get profit cards off of the vendors. Let's open with the Rune Mage. Just take the Scoia'tael here. Orb of Insight's probably the best one. This is a pretty weird opener, so he might be confused. No Saskia, so he's not going to play Saskia. That's good. Ihwarax is just really bad here because we lose King of Beggars. So I think knowing that, we want to start playing our tribute cards right away. I mean, we're going to play this anyway, the vendor. But it's good to at least start getting value before we lose our guy, just in case he is. This is probably good. We can kill that with a tribute. Or this guy. He's got a purify. It's not too bad. Glad he's used that. Okay, looks like he doesn't have another. Probably doesn't have another one of these in his hands. We could go for a bleeding or poison on a hound. We have a good advantage here. Just throw this down. Looks like he's not going to play anything we really want to kill with the brawler. We've got the guard for value next turn. So I'm pretty sure he's just going to pass.
The taste still upon my lips.
Officer's word.
He's not going to pass. Go for a poison. Okay. Sure. Sure thing. Probably do this here.
Sharpen the bolt, boys.
And if he keeps playing here, we might just let him. Probably not, because we're running out of things we really want to play. I thought about when we made this tall with this guy. I thought about this. We could put him over here. But I kind of wanted to bait out the poisons. Have him keep playing. Just because the shorter round 2 and 3 is for him, kind of the better for us. Because Harmony's better in the long round. So if we can get him to play this round a little bit and still win, we should be feeling pretty good. 16 in one card. I mean, it's probably safest just to drop the hound here. We could leader Oxenfurt, but I don't think there's a need to. Okay, there's the good old guy. Lose 18. It's not too bad. We've now got a good value on this.
Learn that spell in Zerrikania.
Get all those. Still up by 17. I'm not sure why he emoted on us there. It's not that far ahead. I think we just play this and then use the Oxenfurt. I mean, he's blowing his Shiru already. I don't... And Dusk Aspect won't be big. I'm not sure what he's going for. He does have several harmonies. But I mean... He's got Elf, a Dwarf. Will this be Dwarf? He might double Leader or something. Never know. I think we just let him have it at this point. We still have our Renfri. We have to do like a order on that guy and be okay. Like we could have kept playing here with Renfri, but maybe we should have played our Renfri there. We don't have to use our order right away. But then we'd have to use our last leader charge. I like having access to at least a couple coins, especially if we have something like Jacques in our hand. Only one poison, probably put it back. This is a really nice hand. Especially if he plays a card here, which he probably won't. That's fine. We'll just get a couple coin carryovers from this. We're going to go with our vendor. We need to play a tribute still, so we don't want to play the vendor. We'll just get some coins carried over. Well, a coin carried over. Will give us enough to go Jacques right away. Or we can just use it to get Casimir to a 7. That's actually not bad to get the 2 poisoners. We can't redraw because we don't want to get this guy. Just open with a Casimir. There's the scenario. This is nice for this guy. I think we go Jacques first, though.
The time of sword and axe, the storm is nigh.
And our free bomb, our free explosive now, I should say. Let's call it a bomb. It's not a bomb, it's explosive. Let's do this.
Man's got the wares if you've
Looking
got
for
the
probably Payday's good. Let's go Payday.
So, how are things?
Let's go melee with this. I want to last say our poisons. We could also go for a Renfri destroy on this. Then we lose out on the Oxenfurt guard value. I think we want to just take the Oxenfurt guard value.
Lay down your arm! You have no chance!
It gives us more explosives, and these will be nice. There's a chameleon. We can blow it up next turn. This is still in the Renfri range, so I think we go for it here. For that destroy one. Yep, that's worth it. And then lowest to 10. Our lowest is a 2, so that's 8 value. That's not bad. Yep, go with this. Just take this guy out. Alright, I think we want to kill that. But we do the poisons. We can either poison for value, Yeah, I don't... This is the new thing everyone's doing. I'm not sure about it myself. Like, it's probably... Double playing anything with Sin Loss is good. I guess this does 4. Like 4 to something makes 2 elves. It's interesting. I'm not sold on it, but I guess it makes sense with scenario because you get the extra value on this. I guess with the scenario it makes sense. Guess it would make sense. So here if we get 3 coins, is that better than poisoning? Probably not. Even though it is decent.
Nose, mouth, any hole will do.
Blindfold, whatever for.
He has no harmony cards. This only gives him +1 in his last say. So the Dusk aspect should win with his leaders, which is unfortunate.
Same time next week.
Good game. Yeah, this will win with the leaders. Death Wish. Hopefully this isn't a Witch's Sabbath deck. Death Wish here is probably not great. Probably not great. Hopefully, I mean, the poisons are good here, I think. We might just need this for damage in case he's doing something sketchy. Probably don't need 3 poisons, though. That's good tempo. Let's keep this. It's really light on gold cards, but a lot of our gold cards are in thinning anyway. So that's kind of expected. And let's just see. Hopefully it's value Death Wish or something. I don't think we have a great matchup there, though. Pretty curious to see what this is. I mean...
My fist X purist here, purist in all.
Just poison it. Hopefully he doesn't play anything too good behind it. Okay, so we've lost this game. There's nothing we can do about this.
How's you doing business?
I mean, I guess we can't do anything about this. The only thing we can do is win this round and force it out round 2. But if he's playing triple, there's like literally no way to win. We can't even stop this from being a Bayed if he has it. Here's what we do. We go here and we look for a Nilfgaard lock. I believe. Rune Mage, 1 time. There we go. Okay. Hope has been restored, but he probably has a Purify. Thank goodness for Rune Mage. That was an unwinnable game, but we managed to pull it off from Rune Mage. I don't even know how. That was just something else. That should have been unwinnable. I think this is a different guy. I don't remember the leader on the last Line Pockets player. see, our hand is not, well, it's starting off okay. I really wouldn't like to draw, not like to draw one of our thinning cards here. But we do need to keep redrawing to find Renfri. See if this is like the Poison Nova deck or what this is. Okay, that's looking a lot like what this is going to be. Kind of like the Brawler here. Like just for value this game, but and to kill stuff off, but it's our best play here, I think. We could also open with a Casimir, but I'd like to do that round 2. I kind of figured he'd just do like non-committal things like this. We could go Rune Mage. Would make the vendors really consistent, but also give away what we're playing. But I think it's the play. Get our Roach out. Let's just take monsters here. Look for like a Draga Larva or something. Barbagazi could be interesting. So we can consume things that are poisoned.
Nose, mouth, any hole.
This could also be a Salamander deck. Like there's always the Salamander deck possibility. I kind of want to hold Gang because we're so far ahead and the tempo is really nice. But then again, he does have 9 coins, so he could catch up really fast if he wanted to. Let's go with the vendor.
It could very well be the deal of a lifetime.
Ooh, we have some good options here. Let's go for the coin option with Swindle.
That's your move.
The simplest methods yield best results.
So I'm gonna just blow all of his coins. That's weird, unless he's gonna try and win the round still. That is, yeah, that's really weird.
By denying penance, you confirm
I don't think he can win the round. The other thing with Barbagazi is we can eat these tokens to make more space, which is also not bad. Let's play the Oxenfurt.
Officer's word.
I mean, it is only a 4-pushing card, so even though it gets really good value and can be pretty important sometimes, I just drop it here, and it has the armor. The armor blocks more coin spending from him, and we're up by 26. I think he just wasted a bunch of coins for no reason. Ah, that's why. At the Evanlin. Alright, well, we're going to look for the payday here. We can see 5 choices. It's pretty good chance we see it. There it is. Let's payday this.
Yes, you. Have you made your operation?
We should just win the round here. I feel like he just wasted Evanlin and wasted 4 coins of carryover for no reason. I'm very concerned why he played this. And, well, not concerned, I'm very confused why he played that and why he spent the coins. The outcome didn't change at all. Maybe we're missing something. Ooh, okay, Fence is interesting. Fence is interesting. What's our King of Beggars at? 5. 1 poison. We might actually keep the Fence here. Might actually keep the Fence. Because tribute on this is 4, then this is 3, or 2. 3 and 2's, or what am I talking about? You guys didn't hear those numbers. This is a 4 and this is a 2, which is 5. Which is 6. Oh my goodness. Which gets us out. Just pretend you didn't hear any of that. I definitely do 100% definitely have a Masters of Science and can do math. Definitely can do math, right? We get our coin count up high, we Fence. We get our coins refunded. The question is, when do we want to play Casimir? And do we want to play Casimir? Let's see here. Let's see. What do we want to go for? Mage isn't good value yet. Could you throw out the Renfri's gang? Let's throw this out.
You are worthy neither of mercy nor
Let's
forgiveness.
go with the Casimir here. I like it. Make it 7 so it's inefficient for this to kill. We go hopefully into this next turn. We open Sesame. He's gonna go for the Casimir kill anyway. I don't think we're ever getting Salamander Mage value really here. Let's just play the gang.
Sharpen the bolt, boys.
That's what we were saving it for. High tempo play this round. This is a turn where he has no coins, so it should be kind of difficult for him to catch back up. Give us a nice spot. Hopefully he has to play a unit. We can get our mage in there. I think he's playing a no unit deck, by the way, is his plan here. What do we got on Open Sesame? We're at 4. He will get those back at some point. Ooh, Purge is probably really good for him. Get free damage in. Come on, I want to use this leader. No, bring back the connection. Okay, good. We used the leader twice. Drop this. Pay tribute. Setting up for our fence. We're also setting up for this. I like the fence first, but the fence gives us a coin, 2 coins back off of the mage, which is good too. Unless he kills it, which I don't think he would. Oh, he's gonna kill everything? He can't kill everything. What was the point of this leader then? We're gonna do this. Okay, I think this guy's a little flustered. Leader here. Then we'll drop this guy. He's already got a poison out on this card, so this should be fine. Start kicking beggars. Get our coins back. Spend 2 here. Inefficient to trade in here with the coins, and now we can go full value Freak Show. Actually, we should have spent, well, yeah, we could have spent 1 more, but then he gains the value. Open Sesame again. He doesn't have a clean way to spend down to 0 unless he uses all of his, or his last leader charge. And what's Open Sesame? Is at 2, so we'd probably do that. I mean, I think we just go with the Freak Show here. It's pretty clean. Remove this spending option from him. Might as well hit this as well. Point here. We don't need the coins anymore. He's down 24. So he needs to do something pretty drastic. We've played Rune Mage. I think we just drop our Renfri here. Call it a day.
Yeah, it's Batiste. Go ahead. Feel it.
Take the stratagems. And hopefully we get the passive 4-1. We don't. It's our lowest provision card. It's a poisoner. It could be interesting. Lowest card to 10 is a +6. That's not great. Just take this one. Let's just do it. Maybe he can't poison this. This is probably a good reason to do it. Let's do it. He needs 31. Without being able to poison this, we should be fine.
Lay down
down your arms! You have no chance!
Debated that a long time, but it looks like I think it was worth it, right? I mean, we should win. If you can't poison this should be a poison card, I would think. Like a Fistic or something. I think that's a Fistic. Looks like we're gonna get a GG here. We'll probably, I take that back. We're not getting a GG from him, but we are winning. Because he disconnected on us. Yeah, and there it is. So that's the deck. What do I think? I think it's actually not bad. Renfri can kind of carry almost anything to an extent. So it's not bad, right? The thing is, I know the request was to use the new cards. We use as many as possible. We even played the Open Sesame once, I think, even though it's not in the deck. But I think Casimir doesn't fit super well. I would really like Casimir to be a Moriels for the tall removal. But other than that, the deck actually worked pretty decent. I think what we would change. So I think we want to take out Casimir. We'd put in the Moriels. I like having that tall reach on that. It's really nice. And then I think we do want the poisons kind of still. I think we turn the fence into a Kurt because we want the purify and we want the bounty's not bad. The thing with the bounty is you can always put the bounty out if you have the Renfri leaders that do damage. Like the 6 damage one and then the destroy one. You can always put the bounty out and kill something with it if you have a spender. So I think we definitely want a Kurt in here, and the purify is pretty handy against all the Siri decks. So I think bumping that up to a Kurt is really nice, and then having the Moriels destroy. I think this is better, but if you want to play the Casimir, you can. I think it is an interesting card, and not terrible. Lined Pockets might be better for... Well, I think Lined Pockets in general is a little better for these spend down to 0 cards, but if we're playing Renfri, Lined Pockets you have to play Crimes in, so we can't really do that because we have no special cards. So that's the trade-off here. That's why I went with off the books. But I think you could do something like this. I don't think it'd be too bad. The rest of it is pretty good. Like, this is fine. The poison package, I guess, is debatable. If we cut out the... If we add the Moriels, you might not need it. If you feel like you don't need the poison package, you can take it out. I know, that was really insightful. And actually, I think you can go with the Little Birds. Like, Little Bird gets good value here because we have the Blind Eye in the deck, have Cut Up. Actually, I don't think Little Bird is. I was thinking about it because I've played a lot of Little Bird without Collusion recently, but I don't think this one has quite enough gang tags for it to get. No, like, this is just a human. This is just a human. It wouldn't really work here. But you can find other value cards, just like value cards in the bronzes. Maybe poisons are the way to go, but it's always worth noting for these decks that beggars aren't bad. You get the profit. If you think you need more coins, go beggar. You can always add more fee cards in. And it's always worth mentioning, because I've never seen one play it. But where is the Arena Ghoul? Arena Ghoul is just a 7 for 4 if you want just like a tempo play in the deck. You can go like Arena Ghoul. You feel like you need like tempo bronzes, and then in the 5s you can throw in like a Bloody Good Friends or 2 or Second Mage and be pretty happy with that. Also, worth noting that Coerced Blacksmith kind of does the same thing where he gives you coins. He's a 1 spender, and I actually kind of like Crown Splitter Thug, but I don't think he fits perfectly in this deck because we don't have Crimes. It's better in a crime deck. And you can always go with like a Sewer Raiders or a Bouncers for more thinning, if you think you need more thinning. So something like this with, well, the Arena Ghoul can be whatever. Maybe for now we'll just put in the Beggars. Something like this could work too. I didn't find we were short on coins though. So maybe you don't need the Beggars and just go for something else in the 4s. Or honestly, the Poison package isn't bad either. So I think those are a couple options you can go for. But we'll go back out real quick so I don't share the wrong deck code. This is what we went with. I think it actually worked out pretty well. Sort of like a mid-range deck. It is a little unfortunate that we don't have some of the like typical stuff you play. Normally you play Renfri Bounty, I think, because you have damage things you can do like Professor and Witchfinder and Brute Finishers, which is all well and good. But I think for using the new cards, this is probably one of the better options. Although, it's up to you. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, guys. It's an interesting one to make it. Haven't made a Renfri deck in, well, basically forever. So, interesting to change it up. And yeah, she's still incredible. So, hopefully you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you in the next one. That'll be it for this one, guys. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next time. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more. And you can check out some more videos over here. And thanks for watching.